Okay, hello students of class 6. Today we are learning our physics and we are doing chapter 3 force. We are not doing chapter 2nd, that is physical quantities and measurement, because that chapter is practical based. You need more explanation with some practicals and more examples. So in this online tutorial we will be unable to cover all those things. So when school will reopen, we will do the second chapter, physical quantities and measurement, because that is very important chapter also, and you need to learn each and every concept of that chapter. That is very important. That chapter is also in higher classes, so we will do that stepwise in school. So we are doing this chapter 3 force, and this is also example important chapter, so you have to learn carefully, and we'll start this chapter force. So this same chapter is also in class 9th also. Some concept are taken from here, so listen carefully and learn this chapter also. So we'll start force. So the first thing we'll meditate upon this word force, and we'll learn what does this force means. So you might have seen, suppose an object is at stationary, suppose this is a ball, this is at rest position, so it will not move itself until you will apply some kind of force on this thing. So we'll understand this concept, what is this force which is making this thing to move, and when you'll apply force it will start moving. So this force is helping this object to move. So we'll learn about this topic, force. So force is anything, the tendency of an object to change its shape. First of all, force can change shape, size, and direction of motion, and also state of rest or motion. So these are few characteristics of force. A force can change shape and size and direction of motion, and as well as state of rest or motion of an object. So we'll quickly see how the force can change shape and size and all these things. So first we'll take example of shape. So you can see, you might have seen clay which small kids play with this thing, clay, and they make models, small models of toys and another shapes also. So this clay can be in any shape, and then they recreate the shape by making something from this clay. And then also, if you have a piece of paper, suppose it is a rectangle, and then if you fold this, so you can make that in cylindrical form. So you can see, by applying force, this rectangular shape can be changed into cylindrical shape. So this is done by force. So there are lots of example you can take from your daily life. And then size also. So suppose you have this much block of a stick, and you can apply force and you can break it from between. So you can see the size will be reduced in these two parts. So by applying force, you have broken down this piece of wood into two smaller pieces by applying force. So it can change size also. And you can take other example, like you have eraser or pencil. So when you write, you apply kind of force on pencil, or when you erase something, you apply force on that. So that force eventually reduces the size of that eraser, and it gets smaller and smaller. So there are lots of example around you, just meditate on those things. And then second thing is direction of motion. Force can change direction of motion. So for example, if your vehicle, you are driving a car or anything, so suppose this is a track and you are driving this way, so you have steering wheel on your car and handle on your bicycle or cycle. So by applying force on that steering or that handle, you can turn that vehicle which you are driving. So eventually if you apply here force on that in this direction, so it will move in this direction. So by applying force you have changed direction of motion. And similarly, in case of you might have seen the small child play with toys. So suppose they have a kind of toy which moves, and then with the help of force they can change the direction in any direction. Suppose they apply force in this direction, the toy will move in this direction, and same way if they will apply force, so it will move in this direction. So the force can change direction of motion of an object. And then next point is state of rest and motion. Force can change state of rest and motion. So I told you this example that if a ball is at rest, by applying force this ball can be made into motion, as you might have seen a footballer also. So suppose this is a football, so a footballer will kick this ball and this ball will fly, it will come in motion. And similarly another player, he will take this ball down by applying force from opposite direction by his foot or chest, and that ball will again come into rest and then again in motion. And then same way cricketer you might have seen. So this cricketer example we can give to change direction of motion also, as you might have seen a bowler balls a straight ball to a batsman, and that batsman hit the ball in any desired direction. Suppose a bowler throw ball from here, so this can make shots in any direction according to his desire. So this is also the example of direction of motion. So he is applying force from the bat and is changing the direction of ball. So this is the concept of force. And if you want to say in simple words, we can also say simply a push and pull is also considered to be force. Simply a push and pull is force. So if we are pushing an object or we are pulling, that is also kind of force we are applying. So these are also kinds of force, push and pull. So you are pushing a desk or you are pulling a door. So these are example of forces. So we'll learn more about this chapter. And the next topic, if you see in your book, so we have the effects of force. So we'll learn about this, what effects does the force bring. So first effect, we have effect of force on mass, and they have given here activity by which you can understand this effect. So here this have given this activity 3.1. so the aim is to study the effect of force on mass of a body. And then material required, we require a football and electronic balance which is used to find the mass. And then procedure, so first of all, take a football and measure its mass using an electronic balance, let it be m1. And then now exert some force on it by kicking it or pressing it between your hands. Then after doing so, again measure its mass and record it as m2. So here it is observation, this is practical base. So you will, when you will come, you can come in school or you can try it at your home also. So you will see that there is no change in mass because we are just applying force. So I mentioned earlier that there was no effect of force on mass. Mass will remain same until it is not breaking in different pieces. As I say, it changes size. So if size is not changing, it will not affect its mass at all. So observation, you can see, you will observe that there is no change in the mass of the football on applying force over it. So mass of a body remains constant even when force is applied on it. So unless or until that object is not breaking, that mass will remain conserved. So by this activity we can say that force does not have any effect on mass, or we can say mass remain conserved still if we apply force on that. The next effect is force can produce motion. So as we earlier also studied that a force can bring, if an object is at rest position, by pushing or pulling that object we can produce motion in that object. So here we have given, you can see here there is a golfer in this picture, and this ball, a golf ball is at rest, and when he will hit this golf ball, so this ball will come in motion. So we can say that force can produce motion as well. So there are lots of example around you of this. So you can say that another kicking of football, a batsman hitting a ball, a man pushing box, that is an example of force can produce motion. And then also force can stop motion. So if we apply force in the opposite direction of motion, that object, we can make that object stop. So force can stop its motion. So here you can say we can stop a moving body by applying force in a direction opposite to the direction of its motion. For example, we can stop a moving pram by pulling it from behind, and we can stop a moving ball with our hands by applying force. So force can also stop motion. And then force can change the speed of motion. So force can also change the speed of motion. So example, you can see here a footballer is there. So if he is kicking football in less speed, slower speed, so that ball will move slower, and then if he'll hit it hard with much force, then that will move in more speed. Similarly, a batsman, you might have seen, if he plays defensive, means he is applying less force on that ball, but if he hits that ball hard, so the ball will move with more speed. So the force can change the speed of motion as well. And then force can change the direction of motion. So we have learned this previous also, then but here they have given also this example. In cricket, when a batsman hits the moving ball with his bat, the direction of ball changes. So and then force can change shape and size of an object. So you are seeing here clearly, this is flour when it is in powder form, and when we apply force, we mix water, little bit water here, so it changes form and it become a semi-solid. So it's changing its shape and size also. And then they are given another example. If you take a ball of cotton or candy floss and press in between our hands, its shape and size change. Similarly, we can change the shape and size of a spring, a rubber band, a sponge, duff, and many other things by applying force on them. So these are the main effect of force, and we can define force by these things also, that force is a tendency of an object which can do these things which I have learned here, which are the effects of force. So next topic, we have here type of forces, and these type here we have mainly these two types, contact force and non-contact force, and then they have further divided them into their subcategory. So first we learn about this contact force and then non-contact force. So as you can see here by its name, contact means when two objects are in contact with each other and they are experience a force of attraction, so that will be contact force. And just opposite, non-contact force means objects are not in contact but still they are experiencing the force of attraction. So examples of this contact force are frictional force, collision force, and tensional force, and these are some example of contact force. And non-contact force, like force of attraction between sun and earth, like gravitational force. So sun and earth are not in contact but still the earth is experiencing a force of attraction towards the sun. So that is gravitational force. And then magnetic force also, that is example of non-contact force. So they have given here types of this contact force. It's applied normal force, tension force, muscular force, collision force, and then friction. So these are categorized as contact means in there will be some contact between the object or the person which is applying the force. So we'll learn these type of force deeply in our next video, and up to then, God bless you all.